Rich, Josie Homestead. How the heck are you? Let me start this off by saying um, that with this George Floyd uh, killing, the facts are beginning to come out, and it doesn't look good for the officer involved. The autopsy and pathology report pretty much shows that he cut off blood supply to this man's brain, and and I did talk with some law enforcement officers that are friends of mine uh, about this issue, and they all pretty much said the same thing that once a prisoner's in cuffs, that's deemed in custody, with your backup officers there and so forth, standard procedure is going to be put him in the back of a cruiser. No reason for um, prolonging the conflict any further. Once they're in cuffs, you pick them up and you put them in the back of the cruiser. Game over. One of the fellows told me that one of the big gray areas in these sort of situations is once a prisoner is deemed in custody, that officer is obligated to protect that individual. Now the role has changed from being adversarial and getting this man in custody and using what force is necessary to do that, to protecting his health and welfare. He was in cuffs when this was all going on. The videos that from different angles began to show that, and that's where the state's attorney's office is saying, "Inc. Wrong." So yeah, it does look like there has been charges filed, and I guess now there's filing charges against the other officers that were present. Okay, let the process play out. Okay, so far they're following the steps. They've got their autopsy done, they've got their pathology reports done, they're putting together their case, they've made the arrests. Let's see what happens. Now, I know that Mr. Floyd's brother was calling for, the death sentence in this. I think if he steps back and thinks about that for just a minute, if you try to get him on first degree murder, you have to prove premeditation. That's a tough obstacle to come over in this situation. It would be all but impossible unless their connection from working together back a ways could tie in, maybe, I don't know. I'm sure they're going to investigate that. But if not, if they don't have a solid first degree murder case, why would you want to risk this man walking away scot-free for no other reason but a technicality? Not going to be able to find him guilty on the premeditated part. Go with what the state's attorney's advice is on what case can we win. You want this man in prison. I understand that the DOJ's gotten involved now to look for, and I'm sure that they're going to file for charges against violation of his civil rights, things of this nature, which is going to pile on to the sentencing. And cops in prison do not work out real well. So he's not going to be going to a good future. All right? Let the law play out before you start making too many rash decisions. I am very much a supporter of law enforcement. I am got good friends that are in law enforcement right now. I talked with the three of them today or yesterday, and none of them agreed with the whole situation. They said from what they've seen, they really dropped the ball. And they stepped over a line. And yeah, at that point in time, you can't hide behind that badge any longer. So, kind of the hazards of the job. You either do it by the book and protect yourself, or step over any lines you do stand the chance of being held criminally responsible for what happens. All of them said the same thing. So, and these are from different, to give you some idea, one's from Henderson, Nevada's police department, one's from Las Vegas Police Department, and the other one is a Clark County deputy sheriff. They all had the same story to tell. So I know at least those three departments maintain pretty much the same policies, and I'll almost bet that most do. Okay. And they had done a short stint as a reserve officer out in the state of Washington. And I know in their training, of course, this is real old training. A lot's changed since then. But you had lines you just didn't cross. Okay. So, with that being said, it doesn't look real promising that these men are not going to be charged with crimes. I feel for the Floyd family, and I've heard some people say, "Oh, he was a thug." At this point, it doesn't matter. See, that's the thing. If a guy gets shot by the cops and he's a thug, and he was, doing something illegal and wrong and not complying and so forth, that's an area where I'm going to give the benefit of the doubt to the police. Okay? But once those cuffs goes on, he's in custody. Cops need to do it by the book at that point. And when it's not done by the book, then you may end up with a problem. Okay? So, I don't know these guys, so I can't really tell you anything about their backgrounds or anything else. I'm just saying, not good. Okay? At the same time, the Floyd family needs to take a deep breath while I know what you're feeling and you would like to go, put that guy in a chair and turn on the switch. You could be risking, if you press that issue, put him in a courtroom and watch him walk out the door free man. You don't want that either. You want him to pay for the crime. Okay, just make sure that it's the right crime to convict him on. Arresting a fellow for a charge and convicting him for a charge are two entirely different things. And while we all might not agree, and trial by jury, that's our right as a U.S. citizen. Whether we're a scumbag or a decent person, that right's there to protect us. As far as the rioting, that is inexcusable. I don't think, and I've heard some reports of where the family doesn't condone any of this. Matter of fact, is a little angry with these riots. Justifiably so. It's their neighborhoods. Okay? People are getting hurt. I saw one videotaping of where three adult males was beating on an old woman with 2x4s. That's animalistic, folks. That is being an animal. At some point, these people need to be held accountable. You don't just do whatever makes you feel good. Okay? And hopefully they'll be found and held accountable. It's amazing how they slip up. So, but yeah, an elderly woman. You ain't nothing. Whoever, if you're here, I doubt very seriously you're listening to this channel. But you're an animal. You need to be put down. But this looting, all this kind of stuff, it's nothing but theft. Nothing but theft. Destruction of private property. In businesses that have had, having a tough time as it is because of this lockdown. And you clowns think because you're so special, okay, that you can do these kind of things. I was thrilled to see that one set of parents, I guess they found out that their kid was out looting, grabbed him by the ear and turned him into the police. All the rest of you parents should be doing the same thing. Although probably not. You probably got that new television propped up in your living room right now, don't you? Yeah, that's why your child is the animal it is. Okay? Because the apple didn't fall far from the tree. Then we get down to the war memorials in Washington, D.C. Boy, aren't you guys special. My father came back from World War II. He was a Marine Corps. He was in the Marine Corps in the Pacific. That man had more Purple Hearts than he could pin to his chest. My uncle, oldest uncle, didn't come back from Europe. And I had another uncle who lost his eyesight in Europe. These men, without them, we would be living under a fascist, well, we are kind of under a totally fascist regime. How would you like to be started your life out under the rule of somebody like an Adolf Hitler? That's what these people fought and died for. And lots of them died. Massive carnage like you can't even fathom, you little pieces of crap. And you decided that it would be a cool thing to deface that monument. To say that I hope you die a painful death, maybe you'll understand how some of those gentlemen died. To keep your stupid, ignorant, socialist BS going in your head so that you could live free and be the idiot that you've grown up to be today. Okay. Gutless little piece of crap is what you are. I was thinking there for a minute, why didn't you guys go to Arlington and dump over headstones and pee on graves? And I remembered. There's armed guards there. Soldiers. It had dropped you like a bad habit, you little chicken shit. Pardon my language, ladies. So you didn't have the guts to go do that, did you? You could get hurt. They might hit you. I almost wish that every soldier and Marine could tell the government, we want to take a hiatus. Give us 4 years off. Reactivate selective service and let's drag these idiot yuppies freaks in. These hipsters, these millennials, let them take our place for about 4 years. Let them come serve in their skinny jeans. Might make men out of us, but somehow I doubt that you silly boys have enough masculinity left in you to become men. Race wars. I heard that one too, coming out of your faces. A couple of guys got a hold of a news broadcast mic and started screaming how you're coming for all us white folks. Love to meet you. You in for a shock of your life. Number one, it's quite apparent you're ignorant, man, because you never sat down and did the math. Okay? Yeah. You're greatly outnumbered. You don't want to start a mess like that. And for what? Oh, I know you've convinced yourself that the whole world is racist. Everybody's out to pick on you. No, you're just a worthless little piece of crap who hasn't got anything going for him. And you're proving it with your rioting and stealing and so forth, that you're nothing but a worthless little piece of crap. Why should we have any respect for you? Okay? I've never been racist toward anybody, ever. Okay? But don't think you're going to come out here and I'm just going to stand here and go, okay, I'll play like a cop and stand here and get shot at. No, son, I'm going to check every little ounce of lid I got downrange right at your stupid tush. And I'm a good shot. I'll almost bet you I can take you and a bunch of your friends out. Come on down. But I don't have to worry about that. Okay? You want to know how I know that? Because you're a coward. Yeah, a coward. Has nothing to do with race. Well, I guess you could say it has something to do with color. A yellow streak right up your back. Coward. That can't add. Okay? Race war. You might want to stay in your cities and burn them down. You come outside those cities and start a bunch of nonsense, you're going to find out that there's a whole group of people out here who just aren't going to play with you. Okay? Truly are not going to play with you. You people need to get your heads out of your butts in those cities. Take them away from the Democrats. And get your cities put back together. Make sure that your cops are doing their jobs. Okay? And straighten it up. Because you're to blame. You're the ones who keep going, oh, well, it's a Democrat, let me vote for it, even though it's got the IQ like a 3-minute egg, much like the mayor of New York. You got the government you asked for. Okay? Enjoy. Enjoy. As so long as you keep voting these fools in, these progressive idiots, into your control your cities, don't complain. Okay? Quit complaining. Go, well, I voted for it. Yeah, it's okay for my cops to stand there and do nothing while they empty out my building. Yeah. You voted for it. You asked for it. You wanted the progressives. I want somebody who's kind and gentle. Well, I'm being kind and gentle to the people who just stole all your stuff. Didn't even make an arrest, man. So as long as you keep voting that way, don't complain. Shut up. You brought it on yourselves. Just enjoy. Smile. Okay? But do me one favor. I wish you folks from California who are these staunch Democrats that are now running like heck out of the state of California because you can't afford to live there anymore because of the taxes and the craziness, and from Chicago and New York and all these fun places, that you people took your policies and your voting habits and you turned your cities and states over to idiots who taxed you and drove you out of your home states. Don't come down here and start this stuff. We don't want to hear it. All right? You want to come into the state and say, okay, I see the air, I've seen the light. Let me vote for conservative individuals so that I keep my no tax income tax state and I keep low property taxes and I can make a living here and get to keep most of my money. People like that we welcome. But I'm going to tell you, y'all that have been coming down here and starting to vote the same way you were. Yeah, we're talking Nashville area. Okay? You better pray it never hits the fan, because you guys have painted a huge target on yourselves. If it ever hits the fan, run back to Chicago. Okay? Otherwise, you're going to find out, these guys really don't like me much here. Yeah. So let's try to use your head for something besides a hat rack. Okay? This is a conservative state. Vote that way. Or get the hell out. There's your option. Luckily, I don't think we have enough vacancies for all yous to move in here to change anything. So, why vote at all? Just stay home. Because if you lived in Chicago and were voting for those people, I know that town. I know that town. And if you were voting for people like that, you're too stupid to vote to start with. Okay? Yeah. I said that. Yeah. Because you kept voting for people who were just raking you over the coals, and next election you went, oh, let me vote for him again. It was so much fun. Wake up, America. We're teetering on the edge here. Matter of fact, some information came in the past couple of days that we may be teetering more on the edge than you possibly know. Good luck, cities. But don't stick your hand out asking for help to rebuild your cities. I wouldn't mind. I'd have a little respect for you if come next election, everything with a D behind the back of its name in politics in your states and in your cities, you kick to the curb because of it. Then guess what? I'd have some respect for you. Till then, shut up and enjoy. You got the government you asked for, who don't seem to care about you. Could have asked. I could have told you that before you go through all this kind of nonsense. To my regulars, sorry, I just had to let my venting out. I've been packing it around for 2 days now. When will they learn? Common sense. It's dead in big cities. I think it's something to do with they get packed in too tight in the car fumes to get the best of them. Anyway, love you guys and I appreciate you. Maybe I won't have to throw this one in the trash bin too. No, I think I made it through without getting too riled up. Heaven help us. To the Floyd family, I'm sorry to hear about your loss. To you protesters, hope you guys rot in Hades, okay? I really, really do. And to the rest of you who thinks that America's racist and the whites are out to get you, no, they're not. Most of us could care less about your actions in life. We're too busy living ours. None of us hate you. Some of us look at some of the stuff you do and go, that's dumb. But we don't hate you. There's a few idiot races out there in the world. All colors. Okay? And no, I don't buy into this that a minority can't be racist. Oh, yes, they can. Okay? Yes, they can. You make racist statements to me, I've never done anything to you. But if you came and got in my face over nonsense like that, then you're the racist, not me. So keep that in mind. You can't be a racist, no matter what the SJWs try to tell you. All right? And you're not oppressed. Ooh, that hurt, didn't it? You're not oppressed. You can get a good education and a good job, and there's not a company in this country who wouldn't hire you. Matter of fact, would probably hire you faster than they would a white because it adds to their little minority quota. So if you're unemployed, don't have an education, that's all on you, man. It's all on you. Personal choices. Okay? And I was born to poor dirt farmers. I have no white privilege. Y'all have a great day. Talk to you soon.